This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
All right, ready? All right, hanging out with my new friend Rasean, sales manager at Lexus of...
Yes, Lexus of Glenburg.
See, I got you. It's all good.
You did get me.
Where's the store?
So it's Lynn Stoller Lexus is the store.
Oh, okay.
And it is in Owings Mills, Maryland. I'm proud from Glen Burnie, I guess.
He's like, shout out Glen Burnie, Maryland. All right, so we're here at the NAMAD convention.
Sure.
How many NAMADs have you been to?
So straight up, this is my first NAMAD.
That is amazing. So we got great. So we get fresh perspective.
Yeah, super excited to be here.
How does it feel being here and kind of seeing? I mean, obviously Toyota and Lexus cleaned up the award section, so being a part of that team. But what's your overall kind of like take from the vibe here? What's happening here? What you see as the future of this organization?
Sure. So first, shout out to Damon Lester. He was the first person I kind of like found when I came into the automotive industry, looking on LinkedIn, and I said, "What's this NAMAD thing?" So the National Association of Minority Auto Dealers.
How long ago was that?
2.5, almost 3 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I signed up as a sales rep. I signed up for NAMAD. And I think it's a great organization. I think this whole conference has fantastic energy. And I think it's important for people to know about organizations like this, but specifically if you're a minority, that includes a person of color, also a woman. These organizations are here to kind of promote and foster your ideals, your ideas, and your growth in the automotive industry, right? So it's not something where you got to feel like, is it okay if I join that because it says dealers? It takes a while to kind of cultivate yourself through the automotive industry. And I always say this because I didn't come from traditional automotive. I came from corporate retail, right? And so there was a manual for everything. In automotive, there's no manuals. So how do you navigate yourself? You got to get connected with organizations like NAMAD. And I just want to thank them for everything that they do for the minority dealer.
Tell me about your path to automotive.
Great.
It's always you're a manager now.
Yes.
At a Lexus store. Yeah. Obviously, you said your path didn't start in automotive. Right. So tell me a little bit about that professional journey and how you landed.
So after college, I managed for best-of-breed brands for about 20 years. Everyone from Starbucks to Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, running stores for them, making a fraction of the money that's made in automotive.
I know,
but running the entire business, right? And I always had this passion for automotive, and as soon as I saw my opportunity, I leaped in. Like I just ran at it. And I remember I walked in, and I was interviewing companies. I didn't feel like I was being interviewed. I was looking for where I wanted to work next and what I wanted to do in automotive. So I walked into a store and I said, "Hey guys, I'm going to be a manager. I'm interviewing for a manager position." And they said, "You can't be a manager in automotive. You have to start selling cars first." So I said, "All right, well, give me a desk and a phone and let's see what I can do." 28 months later.
I love this story so much already.
Yeah, 28 months later, 600 cars sold and was promoted to management. And really, I brought skill sets with me, cultivated over the years, and was able to find immediate success in automotive. Got promoted to sales manager and have been continuing to cultivate that path. So started.
What's your aspiration? You want to be a dealer?
My aspiration is to be a dealer, and that's why I ended up here at NAMAD. And I think it's important to to note that when I sat down with them, after they laughed and said, "No way," I said, "All right, well, 60 months to general manager, and guess what we're at now? So we're at 4 years, okay, and I'm a sales manager. So guys, if you have
12
goals."
Months.
Yeah, I got 12
months of GM.
Well, I still have some more. You cutting me short. I got 14 months. I think I have 14.
Oh, okay,
well,
you said 4 years.
Well, 60 months would be 5 years, right? And so I'm going to complete my 4th year in December.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that piece.
I should have been a little bit more clear about that.
So you're like, whoa, I got 14 months.
Yeah, I got 14. I might need those 2 months.
Well, tell me this. What similarities do you see or what opportunities, because you came in with a retail mindset,
Sure.
and we've had this big conversation about dealers actually repositioning and thinking more like retailers. So what opportunities do you see, and what do you try to implement amongst your team and in your process to be more like a retailer?
Sure. I think one thing to know, just to backtrack, I will be a dealer one day. Not trying to be, will be. And you have to goal set, and you have to have that definitive point to where you want to be, right? And so, visualizing the end and then working the plan backwards, right? You reverse engineer the plan, and then you start at one, and you don't leave to go to 2 until you've completed 1.
I got you.
And then you get to 2, you complete 2, and then get to 3. So that's one thing that I learned in traditional corporate retail that I think that I brought with me that has been very instrumental.
Do you feel like the automotive industry doesn't go that way naturally because of the velocity of it?
I think because it's less structured. Right?
Yeah, it's more month to month.
It's month to month. It's also, you're a great operator. Come in here and do some great things, as opposed to what processes do you know? What processes have you learned over the years that you feel that can be effective here?
Right, that we can duplicate, replicate, set it up for success no matter who's kind of in this seat.
Absolutely.
Because I guess that really is one of the success models of retail.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah.
Right? The same thing every time, right? And that's what creates great retail.
So, 2 major pillars: people first, process second.
Yep.
Right, and then profit third. So I think that's what we got to start getting in their mindset of people first, get the right people in place, treat your people right. Not just get the right people in place, treat your people right.
Heard that a lot this week.
Okay. Processes. You have to implement processes, right? The best closers in the world close at what? 40%, 50%? The best closers in the world. So you got to imagine somebody that's sitting in that seat. They're looking at 7 no's, right, before they can get 3 yeses. But if you skip steps along that way, see, now you're looking at 8 no's and 9 no's before you can get 1 or 2 yeses. And that's why processes are so important, right? And honestly, how can you track KPIs without processes?
That's right.
Because the processes back up the KPIs. These are the results, but how'd you get to those results? Okay, so I think it's important for us to think about that. People first. Process is second, profit is third, and that's a switch from the traditional automotive mindset, right?
That's right.
Okay. So.
Well, it's good to see it more adopted. It is awesome to see fresh blood in automotive, even with the last few years coming from retail. It's something at ASOTU we talk about all the time as being a critical component to the success of the future of retail automotive. Rasean, thank you for spending a few minutes with us today.
I really want to say that the Automotive State of the Union, ASOTU, is a fantastic podcast, fantastic content all the time, and I appreciate you guys giving me an opportunity to speak. Real quick, I do believe in motivation, but more important than motivation, I believe in influence, right? And so I don't look at myself as a motivator when I'm talking to my team. I look at myself as an influence broker. I want to influence them to take actionable steps, right? So influence you to take actionable steps. What that goes back to, we're back to the people and the processes before we talk about the profit. I like
that. You're not a motivator. Right? You're an influencer every day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you in person.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I was a little nervous, but I'm glad I had an opportunity to get on the podcast. Thank you very much. Paul and Kyle, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.